Welcome back. I'm Jill with the carefreekitchen.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite Halloween recipes. These are my mini bean dip cups, and these are so perfect. They can be made ahead, they're ready to eat, they're in individual little cups, and they're perfect for any Halloween party or gathering that you're going to. So what I love about these is on top, I have made these little spiders out of olives. They're super easy to make. This bean dip has like a salsa and a bean combination, and it makes the beans really like scoopable and dippable. And it has just a wonderful texture, and I really think you're gonna love it. So follow along and let's make this mini bean dip. All right, so to get started, these are the little mini cups that I'm using. And these are, there's 50 of them and they are 9 ounce. So anything 8 or 9 ounces works great. And then this is my favorite refried beans. You can just get them in the can. And this is a spicy jalapeno. It has just like a little bit of a kick. And this is really a yummy one. And then I'm going to add some salsa, and just about any type will do. This is some taco seasoning, and this is going to be my bean mixture right here. And then of course I have some sour cream. You could use full fat, low fat, non-fat even. And I have some guacamole, some cheese, some diced tomatoes, and then I have some diced or some thinly sliced green onions, some black olives that we will make into little spiders on top, which are so cute. And then I like to finish it off with just a squeeze of lime and a little bit of, this is cilantro. So I've got that ready to go. Here are my ingredients. One of the things that I love about this recipe is that it's just so easy to make, and you can make it ahead of time. So if you're going to a party and you don't have time to prepare it right before, you can obviously just like make it ahead. Okay, so to get started, I have my refried beans, and I love these jalapeno beans. They have just like the right amount of spice. And as far as canned beans go, these are my favorite. I'm just going to add them into a bowl, and then to that, I'm going to add in some salsa. And the salsa just makes it like a little bit lighter so that it's easier to scoop on your chip. And then of course I have my spice is just a little bit of taco seasoning. And I'm just going to use a spoon and mash this up together. As this sits for a little bit, all of those spices from the taco seasoning rehydrates and gives it just a ton of flavor. I really think you're gonna like it. These are just some 8 ounce cups, 8 or 9 ounce cups, and I like to use a cookie scoop, a cookie dough scoop, and I would just put a scoop in there, and that way I can keep from getting stuff like on the sides of the cup. One of the things that's really good about this recipe is the layers, and you can see the layers of the yumminess in there. And then of course you can just take a paper towel or a napkin, and if you get some on the side, just wipe it off there. Okay, these are my piping bags. If you have followed me for very long, you know how much I love these. I use these all the time in my kitchen, and this is a perfect application. I'm just going to add my sour cream to a piping bag and cut off like a little tips so I can evenly spread it out onto my beans. And I'm just going to pipe it out and then use the back of a spoon and just level it out, so then I get like the stacked layers there. It just makes it really so pretty. So now I have my sour cream in there, and I'm going to do the same for my guacamole. And this guacamole is a little bit chunky, so you can cut off a little bigger part of the tip and add your guacamole on top. And then again, I just use the back of the spoon to even that out. And by using the piping bag, it really keeps it from like getting up on the sides of the cup, so you can get that nice pretty layering. After the guacamole, I like to add some shredded cheese, and I like the brightness of a pure shredded cheese, not like a mixed blend, but that would work too. And I like to put it right around the edges of the cup because I want to see a little bit of that guacamole on top, in contrast to the black olive, just like, you know, makes it like a little bit more spooky. So my cheese is going to go on the edges. And then you can add whatever toppings you like here. I'm going to add a little bit of diced tomato, and then I like to thinly slice some green onions and add those on top too. It makes just like a nice little crisp bite on your bean dip. But you know, whatever your family likes, or if you're making this for kids, maybe you want to leave the green onions off. And then for my olives, I like to turn it like lengthways and then cut off about half of it. and half of it I'm going to cut into legs, and you will need more than one olive for the legs. I like to lay out like 6 legs, like 8 just seems like a little bit too much. It's hard to fit it in there, but you can do 6 legs, 3 on each side, and then put the half of olive right on top. And this just looks like such a fun, cute little detail that is perfect for these spooky little mini bean dips. And again, I'm just adding another olive here, and this makes just such a fun little treat. All right, here are my spooky little bean dips. I think you're really gonna love them. They're perfect for taking to any party or gathering. To finish it off, I'm going to squeeze on just a little bit of lime before I serve them. And then I also like to put on just a little bit of freshly chopped cilantro. I mean, just that like combination of the spicy beans and the cool sour cream and then the little bit of lime with the chips. I mean, it is just such a fun snack, so I hope you love it as much as we do. So here are my little bean dips. Aren't these so cute? And as you can see, I have the bean layer right here, and then the sour cream and the guacamole. And if you are not making these spooky, I would maybe swap the guacamole and the sour cream so that the guacamole doesn't, because it tends to oxidize with time. So you could switch those and they would last a little bit longer if you're making them ahead. But for Halloween, I like to have the green on top because then the spider looks so good and it does look like a little more spooky. Anyway, here are my bean dips. Look how cute those are. They are so perfect. I love seeing all the little layers here. And now it's time for a taste test, the very best part. Okay, here's my bean dip. And as you can see, it just like, it has a really nice consistency. And because the salsa and the beans are combined, it just makes it like really liftable on your chip. I mean, it is just, I could eat this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is so good. I just love bean dip so much. Like all those different layers with the spicy and the cool of the sour cream, and then the little tang in the guacamole. I mean, stop. This is so good. All right, thank you so much for watching this episode at the Carefree Kitchen. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow me here, and I'll show you all kinds of fun and easy recipes for your Halloween holiday. And we will see you next time. Thanks again.